And I think that's where writing for your character is a more specific parody of actual in this area of China vloggers, and then we have also added like the weirder elements of that. No one is actually sitting around saying like, I need my soft underbelly to be exposed to be a man.
Yeah.
That's like pure us.
Or if you're going to the doctor, bring your own thermos full of blood.
Right.
Don't wait in line.
So there is like, we're working from a template of like influencers that we see that we think are acting in a way that deserves parody, but then we're also still adding this wackiness twist, and people still do confuse if your character is a real person or not.
Yeah.
But I think from a writing point of view, it is like we narrowed down that point of view pretty specifically.
Well, there's somebody that was.
And I feel like we went from parody China vlogs and we're taking it into something weirder. Whereas with my character, it is a little. I'm not sure what I want to represent.
Well, because you're still working on it. We had ones.
Because I also think anything we came up with just felt too close to what we were already doing for you.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want to rewrite a different character that is saying the same thing. So
I think there's more, and because like the joke of that influencer culture is dumb. We don't need two of us to do that. So I think through my character, we're kind of
we barely
doing
need
some
one
more
to do it.
Some exploratory writing. I mean, we're still exploratory writing with you,
right?
But we do kind of have that more stable foundation.
Well, now that my character has a voice, now it's in the future. Maybe we start being like, well, how did he get that way? Where is he from? Like that is where that fun kind of filling in the dots later on. But he has a voice of like he'll do a thing. If you were just to meet this character on the street, this is your first impression of him. We're still trying to figure out that. But there's like, because we've had constantly, just because there's like strange imagery or weird music or something, people that we've gone over this board are like, hey, enough with the drugs.
Right.
And to the point where we even put, it's not coming up now, but like we put a disclaimer in our description of like, don't do drugs, especially if you're coming to China.
Yeah.
And we just got one the other day that was worded the most annoying of like, so drugs are really bad, you know, so lay off them, K, written with K. And so I wrote back with like, before it would have been upsetting.
Yeah.
And then more upsetting, the fact that we had a disclaimer, so I just wrote back of like, oh, so you read through our description, that's great. You know, good job staying clean, alrighty? Like, so I don't have to get pissed about this, and that's not even pissy like that. I'm just, you know, like, okay, alrighty, fine, we're all playing a game, and no one needs to get hurt. This is just the internet, it's just YouTube. Like, no one is like, you know, me tooing anything about this. Is dumb jokes. We're just making dumb jokes. And if you think it's because we're on drugs, well, I mean, we already preempted that with saying we're not.
Yeah.
And whatever, it's just a joke. So playing with these characters is something that we put a lot of thought into because we want them to be responsible writing.